No mistake about it.
Welcome, everyone. You are listening to Evolve, where we will teach you how to heal, thrive, grow, and transform your life in positive ways. Evolve is also a call-in guidance show. So if you like to, or if you like for me to make a psychic connection that will reveal what the future has in store for you, or even just connect to your loved ones that have crossed over, I encourage you guys to call at 832-230-5592. The lines are actually open now. I am your host, Psychic Medium Victoria Alvarado, and joining me today is my co-host, Epi Munoz. He is a Qigong and longevity instructor. And
Yes, welcome.
yeah, thank you. I'm just keep going. I'm just like, ooh.
And happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there.
And I also have a special guest today, Miss Nahir Duarte. Thank you so much, sweetheart, for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me. It's an honor to be here, Victoria.
Thank you so much. I always like having you around. Her energy is like so good. Oh my God. Now, let me say that she's going to be talking to us about bio-neuro-emotion. Did I say it right?
You said it correctly.
Okay. And you guys are planning to have a couple events that are happening for this. Mm-hmm. And she's also going to talk about silent disco vibe. Mr. DJ Carlos Charles was not able to make it, but she's his better half. Yeah, she can use his. She can be his voice. She can use his voice. She can be his voice, and she can pretty much explain what this new event is as well. Because it's like, if you see it on Facebook, it's absolutely amazing. So, but first, I want to talk to you about bio-neuro-emotion. What is that?
That is the connection that we make with our body, soul, and mind, in the sense that when we have our DNA only not passing through our physical features, but also passing through unresolved situations and emotions from our ancestors. And when we make this connection and we find out where the link is, it shows in different parts of the body. That's the biological part. And the neural is because the transmitters are always doing connections, the neurotransmitters. And when we wire this or unlearn something we already knew and keep doing it, because the clan wants us always to be doing the same, but one of the clan or the tribe of the ancestors and the family decide to do something different, then we do a different connection once we know what was causing that emotion that is showing in this generation or from our childhood in this point in life. We honor that energy, and then you decide to do something different.
So can you give us an example of maybe what type of emotion that keeps getting stuck in a pattern?
All kind of emotions like sadness or depression or anxiety, or even some conducts that are repetitive, like let's talk an example, an alcoholic person. And it's alcoholic because it has a lack of father and that emotion, and second, it has a need of disconnection from reality. So that's what the substance, being alcohol or any other drug, does, do that disconnection. But then you look into the tree of that person and or her or his partner, and you will see that some part in the tree somebody had the same conduct. And at that point, that other person, that ancestor, was rejected.
Can it affect someone who is married? In other words, so say for instance, I may have alcoholism in my family, but not in my spouse's family, but they're the ones who're the alcoholic.
Yes, because remember, our spouses are always our mirrors.
Okay, gotcha.
So, in that sense. So once you see, okay, you go back in the tree and you see, oh, my great-grandfather was an alcoholic, or my husband's great-grandfather was an alcoholic. And back then, it was rejected. It was like the black sheep of the family. When in this theory, it's not good people or bad people or good actions or bad actions. It's just is what it is. So you be responsible of what it was. He was part of your family. You acknowledge that ancestor. You honor his energy, and you tell you also belong to it. There's some phrases of honoring and recognizing. And once from that point, then you can do something different in the present. But you have to want to do it.
How
And
long does a session take for this?
a session would take an hour to an hour and a half. Different therapists will do differently.
So is it something that you can see automatic change, like immediate results, or do you have to do several sessions for something like this to?
It depends, because sometimes in one session you go too deep to the deepness of the soul of that person. It's like you open a channel.
Okay.
You open a channel and you're opening the channel of that ancestry, of that DNA. And there's different therapists that I use. I use the fluvial constellations or family constellations.
I was actually going to ask about that. I kept hearing in my head constellation, and then you
Yes.
bring it up. So
And yeah, see, that's part of the synchronicities
Yeah.
of life. And then when you do this, it could take a couple of sessions, or it could take one session. And after you know what it is, and you could take a deep induction, like hypnosis type exercise. And once it hits that connection, you start doing the things differently. But it's like you kind of revolve the family tree.
right.
And then the change happen. It's beautiful, because you start seeing the change not only in you, if you're going for something that is happening to you, but you start seeing it in your relationship and interaction with all the family members.
So I understand that you guys are trying to do an actual event for this, right?
Yes, we had a class that was lined up for tomorrow, 12 and the 13th, but unfortunately the teacher was coming from Spain and she couldn't make it, so we have to cancel for now. But I have another dear friend of mine called Mari Carmen Pantin, which I honor her for the work she does. She has done personal work on my person, on myself, and we're friends, and I'm going to see what can I line up with her.
Actually, I would like to attend that event. And if any of you guys are interested in this type of work, how can they get a hold of you?
They can call me for a consultation, and like when they call me, I connect with their souls, and I will decide with them what will be the best course of actions to apply the healing. And they can call me at 832-372-5319.
Can you repeat that number again, just in case?
832-372-5319. I'm sorry, my numbers are in Spanish in my brain.
It's okay. It's okay. You know, when I was on her show, I was trying to translate things in English and Spanish, so I understand. Now, let's talk a little bit about this silent disco vibe. Is that did I say it right?
Yes, you said it right.
Okay. What is that?
This is an event that this fabulous DJ called Dash, D-A-S-H, have created, and it's a new concept, and it's between a wild party, quiet wild party, and a social experiment. They have 3 DJs with 3 different musical styles, and they use LED headphones with the different colors, 3 different colors, and each one is connected to one of the DJ's music. So you put them on and you switch the buttons to which channel you want to be connected, and you see people dancing and all that, but it's actually very quiet for the environment, because outside you don't hear anything, but it's pretty crazy. You see people dancing in different styles.
Well,
with the
it's at
headphones.
night, right?
It's at night,
Okay.
yes, because of the LED. And also they have done it where they teach a yoga class, and also the yoga class goes through the headphones. It's pretty beautiful, or a meditation.
How often do they do this type of event?
This is something new, and they are like experiment with it, trying to do once a month or every 3 months. But they have done like 3 events in the last 2 months, and the next one is in May 18 at Crystal Beach, and it's called Life Beach. I can say that word.
Okay. Okay.
Life is a
Like
beach.
something else, yes.
Life is a beach.
And Carlos, my husband, he is one of the DJs with the Latin rhythms.
Okay, okay. You guys are also doing other things too besides the bio-neural emotion.
Oh,
I
yeah.
follow you guys, so I mean I see everything. Y'all also work with the shaman, and you were telling me about possibly bringing one of the shamans in to come and play some music for us.
We do meditation ceremonies with ancestral traditions of the forests of the Amazonia in Colombia, in the Putumayo, or in Peru as well. It's a path we're working. We don't call ourselves shamans. That's such a big name. And it's just a path we're walking and honoring our ancestors where we come, either from the South America, North America, or any other part in the world where we have had our ancestors dedicated to honor the forest, the nature, the elements, and all that. So
I know it's going to be exciting. When's the next one?
It is the next ceremony is on the 18th, this next Friday. And I need to check the schedule for the shaman, and I hope he's coming before Friday so he can be here on the show.
Okay.
I need to confirm that this week.
Okay, thank you so much. And so
But we're doing ceremonies twice a month. One is guided by Carlos on that meditation, and the other is guided by the shaman.
So how do they find out about, you guys have a Facebook group, correct? So can you give the listeners the Facebook group to search for?
It's a private Facebook group. It's a very private Facebook group. So I will encourage them, if they're interested, to follow Carlos or follow me. I have 2 pages. My personal page is Nair Duarte, Nahir Duarte, or Nair D, Wellness, Nutrition, and Natural Medicine is my fan page. And Carlos is Carlos Charles.
Carlos Charles. So again, you can follow her on Facebook at Nair Duarte or Carlos Charles on his personal page to inquire about this healing event that they have coming on the 18th.
And also,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
That's okay.
Also, we just moved to a new house that people have helped us to get together, and we're going to be having yoga classes. I'm a yoga teacher, and we're going to have traditional Chinese medicine consultations, massage with essential oils, and theta healing, all the different techniques that I work with as well, and a store. We're going to have a store with jewelry from the Putumayo, and yoga clothing, and stones, and herbs, and
so
all
it's
that.
more like a healing center / house.
It is, and
what
then
it
we're
is.
going to be having meditations. I mean, we still have to put together what we want to do. But it's a beautiful project.
Thank you so much for coming in today. We're going to go on a quick break, but when we come back, I'm going to talk to you guys about visiting a medium. So if you've ever wanted to consult a medium, or even if you're thinking about it, I'm going to have some great tips for you guys before you do. So stay tuned. And if you want to call in, 832-230-5592.
Hi, this is Dr. Washington. You're listening to Synergy Radio, where it all comes together.
180 over 111, and I had a stroke. I couldn't speak or walk.
This is high blood pressure. Get back on your plan. Go to loweryourhbp.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association, American Medical Association, and the Ad Council.
Why was the basketball court all wet? Because the players kept dribbling on it.
The dad joke. Corny, groan-worthy, but also one of the simplest ways to share a moment with your kids.
What did the buffalo say when he dropped his son off for school? Bye, son.
So take a moment to make your kid laugh, because dad jokes rule. Make your kid laugh today. Go to fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Deciding to get married is a huge decision. This is Dr. Viviana Coles, Houston's Love Doc. The private premarital counseling program at Houston Relationship Therapy is designed to set you up for a successful and satisfying marriage. We don't avoid the tough topics like money, sex, and parenting. Our 10-session Get It Right program provides you with a solid foundation on which to build healthy communication and interactions long term. We've teamed up with the state of Texas to offer you $60 off of your marriage license. We also offer a fast-track version for those getting married soon. Visit our website, www.houstonpremaritalcounseling.com, to learn more about our program, premarital counselors, and package pricing. Ready to schedule? Call us at 713-542-2221. Appointments are available 7 days a week, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. At Houston Relationship Therapy, we know the difference between getting married and being married. Our experienced and dedicated premarital counselors can help prepare you for a satisfying, loving partnership. Call 713-542-2221 to schedule your appointment today and plan for your dream marriage now at Houston Relationship Therapy.
Attention. That's right. You're listening to Sports Talk Radio with Big Sarge. Hey, this is what I'm going to need y'all to do. I'm going to need y'all to make sure that you go and do your research. Call in. Let me get your facts, your opinions, everything that you want to talk about. Call in and talk with me about it. And let's just go from there. Things like, why is the NFL Combine and the military PT test so much connected? So you know what, y'all, call in. Let's talk about things like that. We'll talk about basketball. We'll talk about football. We'll talk about anything that you want to talk about. It's open. And then you know what? I may even throw in a little equestrian. I know some of y'all listen to equestrian, right? Come on, y'all. We can talk about horse jumping, can't we? Call in, because Big Sarge know everything, all right? So make sure you have your stuff together, because I'm going to have my stuff together, all right? All right. This is Sports Talk with Big Sarge. Group ball out.
Sports Talk with Big Sarge, Monday through Fridays, 2 to 4 p.m.
Synergy phone lines are now open at 832-230-5592. Give us a call now.
And we are back. Welcome. You're listening to Evolve, where we will teach you how to heal, thrive, grow, and transform your life in positive ways. We just spoke to Nahir Duarte, and she talked to us about bio-neuro-emotion and the silent disco vibe. We're getting ready to talk about mediumship. Right. So let me ask you, Epi, have you ever in your lifetime consulted a medium or thought about it?
Yes, I have, actually. But it's been a long time, because normally everywhere I've worked, all the centers, all of them, all the mediums knew me personally, and so I never let them read me, because otherwise their personal knowledge of my life would probably influence the reading, or so I thought. And so that's why I've stayed away. So normally I would consult with strangers if I felt led to approach that person for a reading.
Right.
But yes, I have.
Okay. Well, I've been to several, and I've also gone to several group events in my lifetime, and I thought it was interesting. And I went because I needed to see what was going on with me, because I do mediumship as well.
Right.
But if you've ever thought about visiting a medium or planning to visit a medium, here is a few tips I'm going to give you today. One is, if you've recently lost a loved one and you plan on reaching out to the medium, please make sure that you have gone through the bereavement process.
Right.
Okay, because you do need to be emotionally calm. It'll actually affect the medium, because you may put up a wall, or you may be too emotional for us to connect. Right. At the same time, if the spirit senses that you're not ready, they may not even come through.
Right.
Okay. So generally speaking, I suggest waiting at least 3 to 6 months to give yourself time to grieve and allow your loved one time to make the actual transition to the other side fully.
Correct.
I've said it before on my show that, you know, it's almost like going to sleep in the living room and then waking up in your bedroom, and you're kind of like wondering, how the heck did I get here? So they have to also get accustomed to being and living on the other side. I'd also like to think that they have to learn how to communicate with the medium, you know?
Right.
That's on this plane. So, because it's much like learning how a new computer hardware system works, right? Or how to even work or set your DVR.
Correct.
Right. So the energy is different, and, you know,
right.
and so let me just say this, is that if you decide to go to a medium can give you the evidence of the afterlife. We can help educate you on subjects, or pretty much help educate that there is a life after death and that our loved ones really do go on.
Correct.
Okay. However, you do need to decide if what you're needing is the assistance of a psychic or a medium.
Right. What is a medium?
Right. There is a difference, you guys. I bet you I didn't know that there's actually a difference between the two. For example, psychics perceive and mediums receive. What does that mean? Okay, so many people feel that going to a medium, that their loved one can give you advice on earthly concerns about money, relationships, business, but they can't really. They can only guide you and give you some wisdom or help you be in the right place at the wrong time. But I really wouldn't advise getting financial tips or things of earthly matters from Uncle Joe if he made bad investments when he was here. Just because he goes to the other side doesn't mean that all of a sudden he's smart and he's going to know everything.
Right. He's a financial whiz.
Yeah, he's not a financial whiz all of a sudden. Okay, so getting guidance on subjects about relationships or business or career, finances, health, you would really want to consult a psychic. Okay. A psychic is someone who is working with you by getting the information from your aura,
Right.
by tapping into your energy. They can tell you your past, present, and your potential future.
Okay.
Now, I say potential future
Right.
because the future is not really set in stone, right? Your choices, your actions, your decisions, even your inactions
Right.
can alter the outcome of a potential future.
Right.
Okay, so as a psychic, myself, I get information from you by reading your Akashic records.
Okay.
Okay, I like to think that we hold several parallel lives that run simultaneously, kind of like the same as the life that we currently live now. However, it's not all, it's pretty much all on the same timeline is what I'm saying, right? But parallel lives are almost like different. In quantum physics, scientists speak of several life occurrences which could be taking place all at the same time. And then you can pretty much learn lessons from that. So let's say, for instance, that in this lifetime I'm doing radio, but in another lifetime I'm doing podcasting, or I'm not even on the radio. So there's like simultaneous lives running on the same timeline.
Right.
So what if I wanted to find out from my future self, right, running on the same parallel life, what is my next steps from here? Okay, so we tap into that energy to tell you what you should be doing, what you should do, what will get you the next step. Or even if we see that it's not going to work out, this is what you need to do. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay, so this is going to provide the potential outcome of the future, because not all of my clients listen. You know, I tell them what to do, and then they do the complete opposite. And then they come back, it didn't work. Well, you did this and this and that. Well, yeah. Okay, well, how's that my problem? You know, how's that my fault? What did I do when I told you to do something? Now, a medium, we get information from someone directly on the other side. Okay. So before you plan on visiting a medium, figure out, what do you want help with? Ask yourself, do I want help with earthly concerns, or do you want a medium to connect to somebody that has passed because you miss them? Or maybe you just kind of want to know that they're all right.
Right.
Okay. If you do want to see a medium, I would advise to go by word of mouth. Okay. Although you can find many through ads or on the internet, right? There's tons of us on there. My best advice is to go to someone that someone you know has gone to. If you don't know anyone you can refer, who can refer you, then select someone who has many personal reviews that speak highly of their experience with them.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Or you can go check out a group medium gallery event. Some of them call them evidential mediumship gallery. I would encourage seeing how a medium is before scheduling a one-on-one session consultation by doing that. Okay. For example, I conduct group gallery events for both small or big events where an audience is present. And I showcase my talents by connecting a few audience members with their loved ones on the other side. I even do psychic readings too during these events. In a group setting like this is absolutely amazing experience, because you get to see firsthand for yourself the information that comes through and the reactions from not only the person that is receiving the message, but the people that are actually in the audience as well watching.
Oh, awesome.
Okay. Have you ever been to a gallery event?
No, I haven't.
No? Okay. So I was actually doing them over there at Centerpoint, the old Centerpoint.
Oh, okay.
Off of I-10 and
Right.
Silver, I believe. I-10 area over there. Is that where I met you at, I think?
Hollister. They used to be on Hollister.
Yes, that one. I-10 and Hollister. It's been
that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. Yeah, they're not there anymore.
Right.
But I used to do them over there.
Right.
And we used to have a packed house, like 40 people there. We actually recorded some of it, and you can find that on YouTube as well.
Okay.
But seeing a medium in action is the best way that you can see if you resonate with that medium, right? Because not every medium is for everyone. Just like not every psychic is for everyone, right? You may like the way the energy and how one particular psychic or medium interacts with you versus another. Okay. So many people also have certain expectations of how a sitting with the medium should go.
Okay.
Okay,
Right.
so we're going to break it down here
Right.
for a minute. From my experience with group audience settings and sitting with many people, the experience is never really the same.
Okay.
For instance, if you're coming to connect with your mom, but your uncle or grandpa come through instead, please keep in mind that no medium can guarantee that they will be able to connect with
Right.
a specific person.
Correct.
If a medium tells you that they can guarantee that a specific person will come through, you should walk away.
That's right.
Because we as mediums are not in control of it.
Right.
They are in control. They are the ones who call us.
Right.
Okay.
They may be taking a nap, so they don't want to come in. You know?
There's a lot of reasons too. I mean, well, no, seriously, they could be living another life on the other side,
Yeah.
or doing
back
their
on
own
Earth,
thing.
maybe?
They could be back on Earth. The other thing is that if the person isn't ready and they're too emotional, they're not
Right.
going to come through.
Correct. Correct.
If they have certain belief systems about this work, they're not going to come through. Right?
What if the person is in fear when they approach these galleries or attend an event and they go in there
There's
with
just no
fear?
way I'm going to be able to
They're-
connect.
It's kind of hard. no?
It's pretty much putting up a wall.
Right.
Yeah. And there's just no way, You have to come in with an open mind. However, most likely we can get the mom if that is who you're trying to connect with, but be aware that other people can also come through once we open up.
True.
Okay. I literally had a woman come to me for a psychic reading in a group event that I did, and she came in the room with her mother, and she was so upset because as soon as they walked in the room, I said, "Oh my God, you guys have like a ton of spirits that came in with you."
Waiting.
And they're waiting. I mean, literally, there's like this whole room is filled. And I'm like, I'm telling her, I see two males that passed recently, one right after another, back to back. And then the other female and male crossed over years back. And she's like, I don't want to talk to them. And I'm like, but I got to tell you something about the family. She's like, but I want to know about this other stuff. I'm like, but I can't shut it off. I'm like, once I open up,
Right.
I open up.
Exactly.
So when we come back, we're going to take some calls. We have several callers waiting on the line. If you want to get a reading, I encourage you to call in at 832-230-5592.
This is Cesar Espinosa from Fiel Houston, and you're listening to 1480 AM and 94.9 FM.
We are live outside the home of Joe and Rosie Goddard, where a pretty big tickle fight broke out just minutes ago. Sources say their father instigated the laughter. Let's go inside for a comment. Apparently, they have no comment. Dads, let this be a reminder that it only takes a moment to make a moment. Call 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Man, do I love card night. You ready, boys? You got a king?
Go, fish dad.
Oh, come on. This is WWE superstar Titus O'Neil. It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today. Learn more at 877-4DAD-411 or visit fatherhood.gov.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Floyd Butler. Join me Saturday morning, the all-new Synergy Radio, 1480 AM, the official Zydeco turn-up. It's Creole Country Soul, Saturday mornings, 8 until 10 a.m. Get your Zydeco on.
Hello, this is Yashran Holly with Zedek International, and you're listening to Synergy Radio, where it all comes together.
And we are back. You're listening to Evolve. We're going to be taking a couple of callers today that we have on the line. If you are interested in receiving a reading, I can pretty much help you with answering any questions in regards to any earthly matters such as money, career, health, relationships, family situations. I can help you with that, as well as connect you to your loved ones on the other side. So I encourage you to call in at 832-230-5592. The lines are open. And we're going to go to our first caller, Dell.
Hi.
Hi, sweetheart. Well, let me tell you what I'm picking up on. Okay, let me say something here. When we were going to break, I was asking God and the angels to reveal to me what messages you need to hear. And for some reason, I keep hearing too many people are involved in a certain situation, and I'm feeling that somebody's got anxiety, and I also feel like plans keep falling through for some reason. What does this mean to you?
Yeah, there's well, I have lots of anxiety. There's a family situation. When I called in, I was hoping to kind of get in touch with someone who's passed, and he was a big part of our family. And that she's gone, there's been just like drama in our family, in my husband's family. And that as soon as you said that, that situation immediately popped up into my head with my sister-in-law, and there's a lot of people involved. Just friends, mutual friends. They mean well, but they're stirring the pot.
Right.
And we're not on speaking terms. And it's really sad because before our loved one passed away, we were a very close-knit family. And I miss her dearly. And our family, we hardly see them anymore.
Now, Dale, let me ask you, are you the one with the blonde hair, or was she the one with the blonde hair, blue eyes?
Well, no blonde hair, blue eyes. Well, I have a sister-in-law that has blonde hair and blue eyes, but she's still around. There's no issues with her, at least that I know of.
Well, let me just say this. Let me say this, is that they're talking about, and they're referring to me about this woman with the blonde hair, blue eyes, okay? And I'm also being told that you guys are going to have to pretty much take a step back from the situation, and I feel like somebody's needing to take over, or someone's going to take over. Does the blonde hair, blue eyes woman that you're talking about right now, does she have a direct link with the person that's crossed over that we're referring to right now? Okay.
Yes.
Is this the sister? Yeah. Okay. So let me just say this: is I feel like she's going to step up and take over, because she's one of those that feels like she's going to take charge and take care of everything and handle everything. Okay. Why do I feel like they're how do I say it? It's about property division. Like everybody's fighting over who gets what. Her stuff.
That hasn't happened yet, but I will say that my father-in-law, he's still alive.
Okay.
But if once he passes away, he's sick, but he's fine. He's functioning.
Is it liver?
When he does pass away, yes.
Okay.
There will be some issues with property.
Okay.
Like that come up with the house and the. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
but that's not.
Go ahead. That's not what?
Well, I was going to say that's not the family drama at the moment.
Okay.
That's impending.
Right.
It's definitely going to happen.
Just expect more drama from that. But it's almost like I feel like this sister with the blonde hair, blue eyes, she's going to step in to take over or pretty much take charge of all the rumors that are going around. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So they're talking about too many rumors, too many stuff that's happening, too many people have their hands or involved in the situation, and I'm being told that I don't know if this is correct, but it feels like an investigation is going to be done, or like somebody's going to be looking into more stuff about what's going on, and it feels like it's the sister with the blonde hair, blue eyes.
I don't know. Maybe
you need to take a step back, because your anxiety, it just is like times 10 magnetized.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I do. Okay.
Let me just say this: is that it's not for you to handle. Okay.
Okay.
They're saying
right.
step
I
back.
needed to hear that.
Yeah, it's not for you to handle.
Okay.
Let this woman with the blonde hair, blue eyes, let her step in and take care of it. And it feels like between now and the next 7 days until July that she's going to make sure that everything is done and taken care of. So I want to thank you so much for calling in, sweetheart.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your gift. Thank you.
You're welcome. So we got our next caller on the line. What was her name again? Hi, Kathy. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's with children or family concerns that you have right now?
Nothing.
Okay. They're talking to me about children and family. I don't know what this is concerned about. Hold on. Spirit, please reveal to me what messages you have for Miss Kathy. What's with working with children? I don't know why they keep talking about children. Okay. What are your questions, Miss Kathy?
That's funny because me and children are not in the same subject almost. Work. I've been submitted for 2 different opportunities for the same company for a consulting role, a long-term consulting role. And I've been shortlisted, so I'm waiting for the hiring manager to see if they want to interview me. So what do you see around that?
Okay. So here's the thing is just I'm wondering if people are acting like children around there in that little office space. You know?
That's highly probable. That's corporate
Yeah.
America for you. No,
Yeah.
that one, I could agree.
Yeah, I was like, why is it with children? I'm like working with children. I keep hearing working with children. Okay, so let me just say this, sweetheart, is that there is a mail that's going to give you a referral, or like there's a mail contact that I see happening in the next 2 weeks. 2 weeks. I'm kind of getting like a Monday date. Are you scheduled to meet with someone male or interview with someone who's male in that different department in the next 2 weeks on a Monday?
I'm not scheduled to meet with anyone yet, but the recruiter that I spoke to submit me to that opportunity was a male.
Okay.
And that's
okay.
And actually, the second one, no, that was on a Friday. Never mind. I was going to say I did talk to him on a Monday, but no.
Okay.
But it was a male.
Okay. Well, there's something about a male on a Monday, and you should hear something in the next 2 weeks. I honestly feel like you're going to land that position because I feel like it's almost like I feel like you're overqualified for some of the positions you're trying for.
I agree there. It's usually because I was on another role, and you're right on that. And usually what happens is I get on a consulting or a permanent gig, and I'm smarter, like you said, I'm overqualified. It's not that I'm overqualified. I'm smart and not tooting my own horn, like you said.
Mm-hmm.
And then people get intimidated by me, and then it just causes this problem, i.e., back to what you said, then people start acting like they're in high school and children.
Right. And this is the thing, is that people need to understand that even though you have people with different credentials or different experience than what they do, or they're bringing something to the table that they can learn from. We can always learn from our coworkers, but for some reason, it's always got to be competitive. It's always got to be people acting like children. And here's the thing is that I honestly feel that even though this is going to be a step up for you, because I'm being told step up, advancement, some sort of bonus in January. I'm not sure if this position is going to give you something more pay-wise, but I'm being told that this gentleman, this male, that you should hear something from him in 2 weeks. And if you spoke to him on a Monday or, when you first connected with him, I honestly have to say that, yes, the Spirit is confirming to me and to you that in 2 weeks you're going to definitely hear something about an interview and a callback and moving forward. And I feel like towards the end of May, early June is when you're going to start looking at paperwork being presented to be in the position.
Okay.
I keep hearing 4 weeks. So this is definitely by the end of May, June part.
Okay. That would kind of make sense. Oh, no, you know what? You're right. I was pulling my notes while you were talking to me. I did the mail that I said that I pre-screened me to submit me on. It was on Monday. It was May 7th. But I remember I said, no, I think so. It was May 7th.
That happens all the time. It's okay. But at least you were able to confirm it. So I want to say, I'm going to actually say, I wish you good luck. I'm going to ask the Heavenly Father, the angels of career and prosperity. I ask that you surround her with golden light and that you help her to attract the right people, the right situation, and the favor of highly respectable people that will help her grab the attention of the right people, and that you're able to place her in the position that she is meant to be in. Guide her footsteps, guide her words, and guide her journey. Thank you so much, Kathleen, for calling in, and you have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you so much.
So we got another caller coming through. Is it, what was the name? Patsy. Hi, Patsy. How are you, sweetheart?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. What's the health concern, or what's going on with your lower half of the body, Patsy? Or who's the one that's having problems with their legs? Circulation.
That I'm not sure on.
Okay. I'm going to put that here. Talking about health. And male, older. Don't know what they're talking about here. What is your question, hon? What are you calling in for?
Oh, my question, I was wanting to find out, my in-laws had passed away. My mother-in-law passed away probably about a year ago. They had a reversal mortgage on their house, and somehow there was back taxes. It was never paid on it, and now the family has a chance of maybe buying it back. And I was wanting to find out if we might have a chance of buying it back.
Okay, so let me ask you something. Did the male, you said both your parents have passed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did the male have a lot of health issues with circulation, or like blood circulation, or this could also be lower part of the body?
My mother-in-law did. She had like severe leg problems and had surgeries on them. And my father-in-law had died of brain cancer.
Yeah, I heard cancer in my head. Okay, so let me just say this, hon, is that they're already here. This is why it didn't connect, but I knew it was like somebody around you. So let me just say this, sweetheart. There's some sort of paperwork that you guys are needing to fill out or needing to get a hold of. And is there still a balance on the property taxes?
Yes, there is. That's what I was wanting to find out. It was like $8,500, and if we could pay that, then we have a chance of buying the house back. Because right now, they're trying to do a foreclosure and sell it, but from 2 years ago, now they're coming up with back property taxes, and that's what's given us a chance maybe to be able to buy it back.
Right. So you're going to need, there's definitely some paperwork that you're going to need to fill out. There's definitely some paperwork that needs to be presented. I think you're going to have to show the death certificate and maybe the lawyer paperwork showing that you guys are going to be, I don't know, executors of the estate, maybe. And there's definitely a way that they can give you a payment plan. They're saying that this is something you need to jump on now because there's something about July date. Are they trying to push for the foreclosure or the take the property by July or in the next 7 weeks?
You know, I'm not sure. The last time I spoke with the attorney, he thought that it might be about 6 months before something was done.
Okay.
But he just told me to keep checking on it.
Okay. I feel like it's something that's got to be done ASAP.
Okay.
Okay, because the longer you take, I keep hearing accumulating. So I feel like maybe the tax interest may accumulate more. And then if you're expecting to just only pay $8,500, you may end up looking at, I'm being told, $1,214 later on down the road. The longer that you wait.
Okay. Great.
Okay. But I definitely feel that you guys are able to get this resolved and have the property stay in the family because I feel like this is what they want, staying in the family.
Yes, absolutely. Great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, sweetheart. You have a good day.
Yes, ma'am. You too. Bye-bye.
We're going to go on a quick break, and when we come back, if we don't have any calls, then I will finish talking about mediumship and visiting one and what you need to do. You can give us a call. The lines are open, 832-230-5592.
JJ on the mic. Be sure to stay connected to Synergy Radio 1480 anywhere in Houston, in your house, in your office, or in your car by tuning in to 1480 AM, Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
When you went car shopping, you meant business. You ace vehicle history searches and test drives. You out-salesman the salesman. Now you've got your wheels. If you manage that, you can get your retirement plan on track. Visiting aceyourretirement.org can help. With 401k tips and smart saving strategies, you'll have the info you need to get more for your future. Go to aceyourretirement.org because when it comes to speeding past financial challenges, you're an ace. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Listen and imagine.
It takes 5 seconds to send a text, and for those 5 seconds, you're driving blind. Life is worth more than a text. Stay alive. Don't text and drive.
Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, a message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, Noise, and the Ad Council.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Dawn Paul, aka the Dr. Dawn, your certified life coach, and my prescription is my words as I always say. Make sure you check me out every Friday, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Synergy Radio Network. I give it to you with no judgment, just realness when it comes to life and love. So, catch me on Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
This is Chauncey Glover from ABC 13. Be sure to stay connected in your house, in your office, or even in your car. Synergy Radio Network, where it all comes together.
Download our free mobile app for Apple or Android devices. Go to your Apple Store or Google Play Store and search Synergy Radio Network. Stay connected.
You're listening to Houston's perfect blend of jams, sports, and information at home, at work, at play. Synergy, where it all comes together.
And we are back. You're listening to Evolve. We help you heal, thrive, and grow and transform your life. We were listening to a few calls that came through, and you were able to kind of like eavesdrop a little bit on what's going on in their life. Right. That's why you said I don't want mediums to read me, because if it's too personal, they're going to know everything. Right. So let me just say this, is that you need to keep in mind that if you are married and you decide to go see a medium and you go for a sitting and you hope to connect with your mother may not come through, but maybe your spouse's mother may come in instead. You may want to connect with your dad, and you may get your spouse's brother or grandpa. Right? So you may say, why does that happen? Right? I'm here for my mom. Well, it happens because they know that you're sitting there. Right? They know that they can get a message to you, and you will give the message to your loved one, because they may even know that their loved one would never go to a medium. Right? Yes. But though you're there, they're going to use you to relay the message. I mean, literally one time my client came in, and then her neighbor's husband came through. Right. And she said, wow, she would never come to someone like you, but I'm glad I can pass this message on to her. So I just want to say that if you're going to consult a medium, please be open to whomever comes through, to go with an open mind. If you're going to see a medium, don't put up walls. Right. You have to keep an open mind, because this is a three-way communication. It's not just me and you, the sitter. Right. It is myself, it is you, and those on the other side. Correct. So when you put up walls, you block this connection. The connection is the medium, which is pretty much like a radio connection, a radio frequency. I have to tune in to the right frequency that can transmit a clear connection. And if there's something that's blocking the connection of the station frequency, it won't come through in clear enough. Correct. Right? So it's important to be open-minded to allow the connection to flow in strongly and clearly. Remember, from spirit, your loved one, through spirit, the medium, to spirit, you. I've had clients that as soon as I say I have mother-like figure here, they're like, no, my mother's alive. But as I give more information, they say, oh, that's my husband's mom, or, oh, that's my grandmother. She raised me. My mother wasn't around much. You know? Yeah. So it's like, be very open-minded. I would suggest making a list of 10 to 15 people that have died over the past couple of years that could possibly come through. Right. Okay. A medium's job is to show you that your loved one is still with you and that there is life after death. Right. Okay. I think what is awesome about mediumship and with psychic readings is providing the client with evidence of something that we can't possibly know about. Correct. Okay. For example, for me, during my sittings with my clients, whether it's psychic or mediumship, I prefer to speak first, because by letting me tell you, the client, what I'm picking up on, on your situation before saying anything to you, and you pretty much validating, reassures not only myself but you that I'm the real deal.
Correct.
And it's almost like, how in the world did she even know about that? Right. So again, also when you go to a psychic or a medium, make sure that you're not the one telling your business first.
Right.
Right, because then they can pretty much just pick up. Yeah, they can pick up and tell you anything. Let them or let me tell you what's going on. Now, on the radio, it's a little bit different, you know, because you have specific questions. But I mean, still, I like to throw stuff out there anyway, just because. Just because I can, right? So when I connect, I may say that you or someone just bought a house, or for example, one client, the spirit said someone graduated and I saw the colors gold and black, and I keep seeing hats being tossed in the air, which turned out it was the actual school colors, and it was her daughter that just graduated. And so her mother was confirming that I was there, I saw it. Okay. Wow. Another client, I kept seeing the number 444 in sports for a child, and the sitter said, no, my son's not playing sports. You know, I do have a son, and I don't know what the connection is. But 6 months later, I get an email from this particular client, and the same client sends me a photo of her son with a number 4 jersey. And she says, you know what? My son decided to play baseball, and he never told me he signed up, and this is the jersey number that they gave him. She said, it didn't dawn on me until it hit me straight in the face when you said you had seen him in sports and the number 4. This was confirmation from her husband who passed that he was still around. So even though your loved one has crossed over, they are still very much around you, and they're so much a part of your life. I've had clients that their moms come through, and pretty much they said they were there at the wedding, and they wanted them to know that it was an April whatever, and that their dress was like this, and this is what they had on the centerpieces and the flower colors and stuff like that. Right. So it's almost like so absolutely amazing that you guys get to share and experience evidential mediumship and being with a psychic. Now, let me say this. It's important that not every psychic is a medium, but all mediums are pretty much psychic. Okay? Did that confuse you right there?
No.
Every medium is a psychic, but not every psychic is a medium.
Right. Correct.
Okay, so we have other abilities besides mediumship or being a channel. I mean, I do all kinds of stuff. Next week, we're going to be talking about psychic detective work. Mm-hmm.
Kind of like pet detective? Is that, no?
Not a pet detective. No, this is psychic detective work. I've worked with crime scenes to help find missing people and describe what happened and what's going on. And I want to talk a little bit about it because I'm sure some of you guys have seen The Medium with Patricia Arquette. She played Alison Dubois, right? Yes. That was produced and directed by James Van Praagh himself.
Wow.
Right. So, of course, a lot of people that see that, they're probably thinking, oh, it's just like the movies. They like talk to you and they take, no. The way spirit communicates with me is I pick up words. They don't have a full conversation like me and you were having. Right. Yeah. I may get senses. I may feel a sharp pain in my back, and all of a sudden, I'll be like, this person had back issues. Or like the lady that called earlier, I'm like, liver. Right. My back started to hurt.
Clues.
Right.
Yeah.
And I heard the word liver in my head.
Awesome.
So they give you words. They give me pictures. Pretty much, it's like playing Pictionary in a way. Right.
Wow.
But I use all these senses in conjunction along with remote viewing. It gets pretty deep, interesting. Not every person is the same, but I literally have opened up all kinds of abilities with my my gifts.
Awesome.
So I want to explain to you guys psychic detective work.
Okay.
What it is and isn't. Clear up some misperceptions about it. And even talk about animal communication next week.
Awesome.
So maybe you were tuning into that with that animal stuff.
Yeah, because when you told me the first time you were going to talk about that detective work, the first thing that came to my mind, pet detective.
No, we're not talking about Ace Ventura here. You know.
But that was the symbol they sent me.
Right. Hey, but you know what? He was finding missing animals.
Yeah.
You know, he was connected to that. I just not realize that. Yeah, you're like, what?
Yep.
So I want to say thank you guys so much for tuning in pay attention to your guides, your signs that the universe and loved ones are trying to send you. I would encourage you guys to call in 832-230-5592, but call in next week when we start the show, Friday at 12 noon.
Nice weekend. Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
This is Tracy L. James, and you're listening to the Synergy